Hi. So you remember how in my last video I said don't be cheap, get yourself an actual camera? That still stands because I'm filming with my phone and an external microphone. And let's just say it's automatically defaulted to photo and like I don't have the screen facing me. So I went and I clicked on the volume button to go and start the video and it took a photo. So I just spent like 20 minutes recording stuff and it wasn't even recording anything, so. So yeah, let's actually make sure it's recording. Are you recording? Yes, it's recording now. So, great, I have to do this all over again. It's free. Everything is fantastic right now. What happened? My dog just pushed my door open. Somehow I thought I had it closed, but he pushed it open and I'm upstairs and he's an old dog. He doesn't really go upstairs ever. So he came upstairs and pushed it open. I was like, what the heck? He had to go pee. So we did that. And then I checked my camera and you know, I was like, hey, you weren't recording at all. So that's great. It's great. It's freaking great. Anyways, hiya, welcome back. Welcome to this room. This is my bedroom. My bed isn't really made because I don't give a schnitzel. Today in this video, I'm doing more of a rant sort of thing. I'm going to be talking about clothing items and clothing standards that I think are arbitrary and I hate and I think should not have a place in the human world. So yeah, let's just jump right in. I do want to preface this video by saying that I'm bisexual, I'm Italian, I'm dramatic. There's gonna be a lot of hand motions, so just be prepared for that. We're gonna be talking about why fancy clothes suck, why gendered clothing is bullschnitzel, just standards for clothing in general that I think need to change in terms of like sizes and pockets, things like that. So hopefully you agree with me on some of these things. If you don't agree with me, tell me why in the comments. I'd love to like have a genuine discussion and learn more. So just tell me why you don't agree with me, or tell me if you do agree with me, give me an example of like how these topics have like harmed you or offended you or made you mad or angry, because I know they've made me very mad and angry at times. So let's get started, shall we? First off, fancy clothes and why they suck. So fancy clothes, in my opinion, are like fancy dresses, suits, button-down shirts, collared shirts, khakis, stuff that you would wear to like a nicer event. So I think they're stupid because if you have these really expensive fancy clothes and people think you're a better person. And I don't think that's right because there are a lot of people in incredibly fancy clothes that are not better people. An example is like, if you're going to something like a funeral or a ceremony or some sort of like an award thing, something that's like meant to be ceremonious, reverent, you know, very respectful, then I think it's okay to wear fancy clothing to something like that, because you're not there to like have fun and genuinely celebrate something. I mean, for a funeral, you're like celebrating the person's life, but you're having fun there, you know, you're like being reverent, remembering their life, stuff like that. Oh great, family's home. I lost my train of thought. Great. In those sort of situations, I think that it's perfectly fine to wear fancy clothes. But let's say you're going to like a wedding or like someone's 50th birthday party, like fun dancing event, a ball, a gala or something like that. You're there to have fun and celebrate just whatever might be there. You're just there to celebrate with the people with you and have fun and have a good time. I feel like it's very difficult to have fun in fancy clothing. Because like if you're in this tight stuffy suit that costs you like $500 at least, then you can't really have fun because you can't like go around and do stuff, you know? Because like in regular clothing, you can put that stuff in the washing machine, boom, it's clean, it's good as new. But fancy clothing, you don't, you have to get that crap dry cleaned, and that's not fun. Trying not to like get too down because like you might rip something might go wrong. I feel like that just takes away, because like you go there to have fun, but you can't have fun when you're there because of your outfit. And I think that's something that's really stupid. I think that fancy clothes need to be made like more comfortable, or I feel like we need to change the standards of what fancy clothes are, because I think that we should just like be able to be comfortable but also look nice. And the only thing that's making us look nice is the standards that society puts on those clothes. So like, if society said that a ripped crop top and skinny jeans was super duper fancy, then that's what you would wear to a fancy event because that's what society said. Clothing isn't made to be fancy. It's us humans that put those standards upon the clothing. That's like, okay, this is a nice shirt now. Nothing can change that. But like, that's not true. You take away that and it's just a shirt, you know? It's arbitrary. And that's what really bugs me about it. It's just like, it doesn't actually matter. Like, it's a button-up shirt. That's all it is. It's not necessarily fancy by itself, but it is because human standards made it that way. Another reason that I really don't like fancy clothing is because if you wear fancy clothing, then you're a better person. That's what the standard seems to be, because like you go to a job interview, if you show up in a t-shirt and jeans, you would be less likely to get the job than a person who was in like a button-down shirt, tie, dress pants, dress shoes, you know? And that's something I don't like, because like you want to like look your best, but my best personally is wearing like a form-fitting t-shirt and like black jean shorts with rips in them. That's my best. That's how I feel the most confident. That's how I feel like the most like me. If I go in like a button-down shirt with a tie, all pressed and neat and printed, that's not me, and I don't feel like I'm at my best there. So that's something that I think is a bit of an issue. Not to mention that like that primmed and pressed look is most of the time gonna be way more expensive than the casual look of what you just have in your closet. Because for my job interviews at a gas station, I came in like, you know, button-down shirt, tie, whatever. And then, you know what the uniform for the job is? A t-shirt and jeans. And an apron, but then the apron soon got demolished. Oh, and a baseball cap. Well, a cap, hat, you know. So yeah, I feel like something like that, it's sort of pointless to expect someone to like dress up, especially if they're gonna have to dress down later. So what we can do to fix that is either make fancy clothing more accessible and easier to obtain, or we can change the standard of fancy clothing and say, this isn't fancy anymore, this is fancy, you know? Because it's all human perspective, really. Number 2, what was the second thing I said? Gendered clothing. Let's get into that. Is spin. Yeah, I'm in like a spinny chair, so I'm gonna be spinning a lot. It's gonna be fun. So, gendered clothing is stupid. And you wanna know why gendered clothing is stupid? Because it's cloth. There's like a pink shirt with flowers on it. Most people would say that's for a girl. But the fact is, that pink shirt with flowers on it can be worn by a guy. It's kind of complicated, but listen, hear me out. So what you have to do, if you're a guy and you take a pink shirt that fits you, you have to take the shirt you're wearing off, then you take that other shirt that's supposed to be for girls, and you put it on your body. And boom, you're wearing it. Like, it's crazy, I know, but my point is, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have any effect on what this clothing item is geared towards. Anyone can wear it. Now, in terms of sizing, that's a little bit of a different thing. Like, men's clothing is typically designed with more fabric around the shoulders to support a broader frame, while feminine clothing is smaller for smaller frames. Now, that's something that's fine, because that's like meant to appeal to the customers' wearability. It makes it easier for people to find something that would more suit to their body. Most of the time. So what I've noticed with female clothing is that it doesn't fit. I haven't personally worn any like women's article of clothing because like I'm a guy. I typically shop in the men's section because that stuff suits me better, just in style. I'm not like against wearing something that might be considered more feminine, like, you know, a skirt or a crop top. Or it's an article of cloth. It doesn't have any sort of value to it that pertains to a certain gender. Same way. So yeah, I haven't really done any shopping in the women's section of Target or anything, but I've just heard in posts and just from my friends that happen to be girls, how it goes is like you buy something at H&M and it's like a size 22, then you go to Target and you buy a size 22 pair of pants as well, and one of them doesn't fit exactly like the other. And that's something I think is really, really not fun and not fair, and I'm sure plenty of people agree with me on that. It's not like a new revolutionary idea, but it's still something that I just want to bring up, that it's so much easier for guys to find clothes, because like I find a 30 waist, 36 length pair of pants, then I can go to Target, I can look at that, and I'll be able to fit in it. I don't even have to try it on. I can go to H&M, I can fit in it, I don't even have to try it on. I can go to Walmart, I don't have to do anything. But like, with women's clothing, I saw this one picture, it was like a bunch of pair of jeans, all of them were listed as a size 8, and they all had completely different waistband sizes and lengths, and it was just ridiculous. It's just not fun at all, I can imagine, because there's no reason for it to be like that, like, because we can obviously do it. We have the technology to have like uniform clothing sizes. We just don't do it for women for some reason. And I think it might be because, like, let's say that you find an Old Navy pair of jeans that's size like 8, okay? You go and you find a North Face pair of jeans. I don't know if North Face makes jeans, but I don't know. You find a North Face pair of jeans, just bear with me here, and they're size 8, but that size 8 doesn't fit. So what you do, you go back to the Old Navy pair, and then you just stay in Old Navy, because you know, if I stay in this line of clothing, then the size 8 will always fit me, and I won't have to like go do all this extra work and trying on a bunch of different clothes for it. And I think that might be the reason why, because it's sort of a ploy to get loyalty to their brand, so people spend more money with them specifically. Something else that goes along with that, sort of like tricking customers into buying from their brand, is pockets on women's clothing. Now it's starting to become a better thing, like more dresses have pockets, which I think is great. There's no reason why women's clothing doesn't need to have pockets. It's not a new or revolutionary idea either. It makes no sense, because like they do it with men's skinny jeans, but they can't do it with women's skinny jeans because they want women to buy purses. That's the point on that. Most women's clothing, it'll either have super duper tiny pockets, fake pockets, which are horrendous, or just like pocket designs on them. In a guy's pocket, you can fit your phone and your wallet and stuff, like you don't have to have anything, but women always have purses because their clothing doesn't have pockets, which means they have to find another way to carry all this stuff. How do they do that? Buy a purse. So it's all like a ploy. It's like, hey, we're not gonna supply you with pockets, so then you have to get a purse. So why not buy one pair of pants and get a 50% off deal of this purse? Wow! It's a ploy. And that's something that I think is really, really unfair and definitely sexist. I just think that clothing needs sort of its own redesign, you know? I don't like stuff being fancy because that's what the standard is. I want stuff to be fancy because you can have fun in it, you can go to an event in it, and you can look good. I don't think that you should have to like spend a massive amount of money and prep and stuff to go to your friend's wedding to have a good time, you know? I won't have to spend a bunch of money on like this really expensive, super nice clothing that I'm going to go and have an awful time in, you know? I want to have fun in the clothing. So, like, if I have a wedding, I know I'm gonna like have it on the wedding invitations. I want you to be comfortable, wear a t-shirt and sweatpants if you want. I'd gaff. I'd gaff. I'd gaff. Well, thank you guys for watching this. I hope you can sympathize with me on some of the horrible things that clothing has done to society. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this. If you did enjoy the video, go on and give me a thumbs up if you want. If you want to see more content, subscribe. Be sure to comment down what sort of content you want to see, because I can do a lot of different stuff. I can do nail art, I can do ranting like this, I can do I don't know, reaction, unboxing. I could do like beauty care, you know, like skincare, hair care, body hair. I can just do like story times if you guys want to see stuff like that. I might have already said that, I don't know, but just tell me what you want to see, and I just want to make more content. I can make a lot of different types of content. I just want to see what you guys can see. If you want to see more nail content, be sure to follow me on my Instagram, which I'm hoping is going to be right around here somewhere. If you want to see just like random content, theater stuff, follow me on my TikTok. And I'm trying to link my YouTube to my TikTok account, but it's just not working for me. I sent them an email today, and we're gonna hope that it works out. I just try to link it and it says cannot link account for some reason. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna try and post on a more regular basis. I'm thinking of maybe 2 videos a week. Post maybe Wednesdays and Saturdays, Wednesdays and Fridays. I don't know exactly, I'm gonna figure it out sometime, but I'm gonna try and keep a good posting schedule of like 1 main video like this, and then 1 maybe nail related video or something small on like Fridays. So we're gonna see how this all happens. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I really need to figure out my name situation, because like my Instagram is Nelson Nail Art, and then my TikTok is trev.p667, and then my YouTube is Scythe. And like, I made an intro for this one, so I don't really want to like abandon Scythe, but then I don't want to change it on everything else because that won't make much sense. But maybe I could. I'll just change it to Scythe. I don't know. Comment if you guys like, which name do you like the best? Comment and tell me, like, do you like Nelson Nail Art? Do you like Scythe? Do you like trev.p667? Like, tell me, what do you want to know me as? Because I'm kind of at a crossroads here, because now I've made myself 3 names. I don't know what I want to be, or should I just go by my real name? Trevor. Ooh. But yeah, so just let me know if you could. That'd be great. Bye!